Ever wonder how celebrities always seem to stay youthful? Or how professional athletes bounce back so quickly from serious injuries? Well, the secret is often stem cell therapy. It's used for both anti-aging and injury recovery. Today, we'll break down the truth about stem cells, their benefits, risks, and high costs, and we'll explore a free, readily available alternative to stem cell therapy, if you have the stomach for it. So welcome to the Savvy Healthcare channel. All right. So what are stem cells? Stem cells are starter cells in the body. It's a primitive type of cell that has the capability to replicate itself to become any other cell, and your body can use it to repair, replace, or grow new tissue. The more stem cells you have, the faster you can heal, regenerate, and grow. So it makes sense that younger people typically have more stem cells than older people. The decline in stem cells becomes most noticeable in your 40s, which is why you can literally pull a muscle just by sneezing too hard. There are different types of stem cells depending on how they were collected. There are embryonic stem cells, and these are derived from early stage embryos, usually what's left over from an IVF treatment. So parents come into the clinic, go through IVF, and when they're successful, the embryos not used are donated for stem cells. Another type of stem cells are the ones obtained from umbilical cord and placenta. Sometimes parents opt to store the umbilical cord and placenta after birth, just in case they may need it for stem cells for their kids. So the embryonic stem cells and the stem cells derived from the umbilical cord and placenta are byproducts of the birthing process. And now the third type of stem cells are the adult stem cells. And these ones are derived from adults. So they can be gotten from the bone marrow, the fat tissue, or blood. And the last type of stem cells are those collected from terminated pregnancies, fetal tissue stem cells. And I believe you're starting to see a trend here. Most stem cells used in stem cell therapy comes from the birthing process. More on that controversy later. But first, let's look at the benefits of stem cells. Goodness, what are they not good for?
Okay, just go with me for a minute. What if there were a medicine that could heal like almost anything?
We mentioned how it's used in anti-aging, and that's primarily because it's an anti-inflammatory powerhouse. We also mentioned that it's good for healing because it promotes blood vessel growth. So they can trigger the growth of new blood vessels, meaning more oxygen, more nutrients, and basically faster healing wherever the body needs it.
There are, stem cells changed my life. I went snowboarding, and I'm not a great snowboarder, but I chased this 22-year-old, almost pro snowboarder who could clearly do shit I couldn't do. And I had a crash that was so vicious. I thought I broke my neck. Thank God I didn't, but I ripped my rotator cuff so badly that I was in 9 pain on a 0 to 10. Like I slept an hour and 15 minutes one night, an hour the next. I was breaking down. I kept asking these docs, what about stem cells? Because I obviously heard about stem cells, and I work with a lot of the best of all time, greatest athletes ever. And several of them, like Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Would have taken him 3 months to heal. He did in 2.5 weeks with stem cells, right? But what it really discovered was the stem cells. So I sat down with him and he goes, look, Tony, when you turn 40 roughly, your stem cells fall off the cliff. He goes, so these guys that are going, if they want to get an elbow or something like that, you can do your own stem cells. But he goes, for an entire shoulder, and what the guy said is spinal stenosis. That was my problem, right? He goes, that's why you've been in pain for 14 years. It's not going away. You can't do these things. He goes, spinal stenosis, you're gonna need something more powerful. He said, you need like 4-day-old stem cells. And I'm like, I'm not into fetal tissue. He goes, it's not that. So when babies are born, the placenta and the cord, now some people save them, but they didn't for years. Most of it's thrown away. And he goes, it's the force of life that made that baby happen. So I said, where do I go? He told me. I went for 3 days, just one IV a day for 25 minutes. First, and a shot of stem cells, like 150 million stem cells, and exosomes.
Where did you do it? Did you have to go to Colombia, or did you do it in the States?
Panama originally. There's better. Antigua now is one of the best places.
There's a place here in the...
Is it because it's not allowed in America?
It's not legal.
No, it's because of the differentiation, and you have limitations in America, the type you can do. The FDA is being super careful, as they should be, but if you want to get something, it's there. And that's all changing, by the way. The FDA is starting to move as we speak.
A lot of people with autoimmune diseases use stem cell therapy as a treatment option because stem cells act as a thermostat for the immune system, basically dialing it down when it's attacking the body or boosting it up when the defenses are weak. Pretty cool. Stem cells are also the only therapy known currently to break down scar tissue in conditions like liver cirrhosis, COPD, and fibroids. Nothing else in medicine does this. It kills microbes like bacteria, and of course it kills cancer cells. They can literally donate fresh, healthy mitochondria to struggling cells and boost energy, vitality, and strength.
And how much does it cost?
The cost depends on individual cases. Typically, a single IV treatment can cost upwards of $5,000, and you may end up needing several infusions depending on your particular issue. Researching this online, people would spend on average about $15,000 to $25,000 for their entire treatment. If stem cell therapy is too expensive for you, you'll be happy to know that there are free sources of stem cells like prolonged fasting, cold plunges, and high-impact exercise. And if you want a more alternative source, try urine therapy. Urine has stem cells and has been used for centuries in Ayurveda and Chinese medicine. I'll link a video about urine therapy in the description. Sometimes stem cell therapy has side effects. Clinics have been shut down and people have gotten sick from getting stem cell shots that were contaminated. Another possible side effect is an autoimmune response triggered when the body rejects the stem cells. So this happens when the stem cells get into your body and then they start to evolve, and then your immune system sees them as foreign and starts attacking them. But that's not half as bad as causing cancer. Because stem cells are designed to multiply and regenerate, if your body has dormant cancer cells and you get injected with fat-derived stem cells from your own body that has cancer, then your cancer cells grow even faster. These side effects shouldn't discourage you from getting stem cell therapy because, of course, we know that side effects vary from person to person and you may not even get any side effects. Finally, we can't ignore the main ethical issue with stem cell therapy and research, which is the source of the stem cells. As we've discussed, stem cells come from a variety of sources, human sources. Because some aborted fetal tissue has historically been used in stem cell research, critics argue that this practice equates to using the life force of unborn children to extend health, youth, and vitality for others. And when you look online, clinics are very quick to deny that their treatment involves aborted fetuses. But here's the curious part. Most of them say that their stem cells don't come from abortions, but that careful wording leaves a shadow of a doubt. Are there other clinics that are using aborted fetal tissue? How would you know the true source of the stem cells that you're using in your therapy? Are they actively promoting abortion just to feed the stem cell industry? Anyways, let's discuss this in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe out there.